James Helder, Eiffel TV MTK Global. With me, I've got 4-weight world champion NONITO DONAIRE. Firstly, welcome to Belfast, NONITO. How are you keeping?
Man, it's great. It's great. It's cold, but it's great. I mean, the people here, you know, I had a little chat with Carl, and he's very respectful. And I mean, it's an amazing thing here. And this is what fight is about: the sportsmanship, but at the same time, the challenge of it all. You know, the excitement.
Are you excited to find out what level you're at currently? We know in the past you've excelled yourself, but are you excited to see where you're at currently?
And that's why we chose Carl Frampton, and he chose us because we want to see where we're at in terms of our level in the fight, you know, and from here on out, it opens up a lot of opportunities for both of us.
Belfast's a great fighting city. What did you know about Belfast before you came here?
Nothing. Nothing much. They love to drink, I think, and they love to fight, you know, and I know that they were tough. They were very, very tough. That's one thing that I've heard. I know that it was cold, but I didn't know it was this cold, you know, but overall, when I just got here, I mean, it was just warm and amazing people in front of me.
Did you happen to watch Frampton's last fight against Horacio Garcia?
Not yet. I have not seen that fight yet, but we've already got the collection of the fights to study for Carl for the fight.
Are you a fighter that studies each fighter sort of meticulously, or do you leave it to your team to prepare and give you the information?
I've always been the type to create my own strategy. So, because I'm the one that executes it in there, you know, if you give me a strategy that I don't see it happening for me, it's worthless. So for me, I have to create it, and of course I have to talk to my team and see what they think of it, and then we revise it. But at the same time, it's kind of like writing an essay, writing a story, writing a book. You know, you can't just have somebody write it and think that it's yours. You know, so for me, that's the same thing. I make the story myself and let them see and revise it for me to utilize, but it's my creation.
You've achieved greatness in 4 weight categories. How comfortable are you at featherweight, and do you think that you're more natural now at featherweight than you have been at, say, 122?
Definitely. I've been working in putting more muscle, and I've been happy with what I've had been able to achieve in terms of physique.
Carl Frampton's probably marquee win would have been that against Leo Santa Cruz. He's got his eyes on the rubber match and that possible trilogy. How do you stop that? How do you sort of change that?
Well, there's only one way to change that, and that's victory. April 21. You know, it opens up both our path to fighting everybody. You know, from Santa Cruz to Morris, you know, and all the other fighters out there. But definitely, it's the door. Victory for April 21 is the door to more opportunities.
Clearly, you see a NONITO DONAIRE win on the 21st, but by what method do you think you'll be victorious, sir?
Well, that's something that my strategy will be built upon. But I know that I have every talent from speed to power. You know, I have all the weapons to allow myself the victory. You know, and that's one thing that I gotta just create the right strategy for this fight.
Do you admire Carl Frampton in the fact he could have taken easier fights? He doesn't have to bring NONITO DONAIRE to Belfast. He's got potentially waiting on the wins of the winner between Selby and Warrington. So do you have admiration for him, the fact that he's chosen you?
Oh yes, definitely. Lots of respect, but much more of how the people love him here. You know, and how loyal the people are. You know, and the crazy thing is I was looking for sparring to be here. You know, beyond that, and the guys are like, I know, Carl, I can't spar with you. I can't support you, or I can't feel like I'm supporting you.
Would you feel that loyalty?
I love that. That's amazing, and you know, that's the only thing that you can really come up with is just respect for the man.
Do you feel you're putting your whole legacy of your career on the line here, coming to Belfast to face Carl Frampton, himself a 2-weight world champion? I
think for me, I've established and cemented my legacy. There's really nothing more to prove for me, but being here just proved for myself where I stand and how long I can be in this game.
Now you're 35 years old. You're not getting any younger. You look about 21, so you can probably pass it off. But I mean, we've got a Filipino fighter in Manny Pacquiao still plying his trade as he gets older. Do you take inspiration from Manny and the fact he's still fighting in some big fights?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I think the thing is, you gotta love what you do, and I love what I do. I love boxing, and I want to be in this game for a long time. I mean, you saw Hopkins does it. Bernard Hopkins been the oldest, and you know, he enjoyed it, and I mean, he's just tremendous and something that you can admire, you know, because this is the sport that I love.
aspirations to go up any other weight classes in the future, or do you think this will be your...
Well, right now, you know, we build up, and there's a lot of scientific stuff of how to gain weight. You know, I'm naturally skinny, so that's why, you know, I've won so many division in the light division, because I was naturally skinny, naturally small, but because of this new scientific stuff in training that allows me to gain weight and be comfortable with it. So there might be a possibility in the future, but for now, this is Carl Frampton focus.
What are your thoughts on Oscar Valdez, Scott Quigg? Interesting contest.
That's a great fight. That's a great fight. Now that I actually just heard about it yesterday, and it's a great fight. You know, we saw a lot of flaws in Valdez the last fight, or with Genesis, and you know, and it's Quigg's turn to feel that he has another chance. It's kind of like me in Fran and Carl right now. You know, it's a must-win for him as well. So I think that it's going to be a great fight.
Domestically, we're waiting on a huge announcement between Lee Selby and Josh Warrington for Lee Selby's IBF world title. How aware are you of these fighters and the sort of situation that's been going on?
To be honest with you, I'm not quite well thing with other fighters except for the guys I'm fighting, and that's why I study the guys. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, you know. So, you know, but there was a talk before with Selby as well, so that's why I got to know Selby in terms of who he is, you know. But I'm not quite familiar with the other guy yet, you know. So.
NONITO DONAIRE, it's a great pleasure to get you on IFL TV. Thank you for giving me some of your time today, champ. And
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you,
guys. Check it out. April 21. Bam, 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 bam. But get the camera off me.